AEW added yet another belt to its growing collection because goddamn it, everybody deserves a participation trophy.
What, you got subscription issues? Subscribe to Pro Wrestling Bits.
AEW announced the All-Atlantic Championship, its latest meaningless belt, just 3 days after announcing another paper championship in the form of the Interim AEW Title. AEW continues its recent trend of trying to rip off the worst of WWE. Not only are they trying to rehash the pipebomb storyline, which had little to no material impact on WWE's business and ended up falling apart entirely, AEW now wants to have as many belts as WWE does. Why? I thought this was supposed to be the alternative, one where championship belts matter. Once upon a time, AEW tribalists defended their clan by saying, "At least our belts matter." But now these AEW supremacists have to defend the company by saying, "Well, WWE still has one or two more belts than we do." Worked shoots and too many belts are two ways AEW definitely does not want to be more like WWE. With so many cheap belts lying around, pretty soon AEW's locker room is gonna look like the clearance rack at TJ Maxx. The only people happy about this are Tony Khan and Belts by Dan, who's gonna be able to retire early thanks to AEW. They've got the AEW World Title, the AEW Women's World Title, the Men's Owen Belt, the Women's Owen Belt, the TNT Title, the TBS Title, the BET Title, the TV1 Title, the Wrestling Media Title, the AEW Interim Title, and that's just a short list. Okay, some of those maybe I made up, but with so many belts in AEW, does it really even matter? For those of you having trouble keeping up, I got you. Here's a list ranking AEW's top 16 championship belts. Let's start with the most meaningless belt in the company, by definition, the FTW title. This, of course, is AEW's unsanctioned second-class citizen championship that they let their black talent fight over. Because God forbid they just sanction the damn thing and learn to create fully formed black characters rather than just make another belt. For more on the unsanctioned FTW title, click here. Tied for number 15 are the men's and women's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Championships. I presume these are just ceremonial titles that won't be defended, but both Adam Cole and Britt Baker have been carrying them around on television for weeks, which only furthers a perception that everybody gets a belt in AEW. Whether or not they're being defended, they're just two more belts on TV to diminish what it means to have one. Shit, one day AEW fans might look under their seats and find that they get a belt too. Number 13 is the All-Atlantic Championship. The what? Why? Any black people in this tournament? No? Moving on. Number 12 is the AAA Tag Team titles, which only mean anything because FTR has them. Fun fact, FTR won these titles in Halloween costumes, which tells you everything you need to know about how much you should care. Just outside the top 10 at number 11 is the ROH Women's World Title. The title that was unified in the main event of AEW Dynamite, which means, yes, another belt in AEW. Unfortunately, that episode of Dynamite drew AEW's lowest number in almost a year, and it was not the fault of the women. More on that later. This is coming soon, I promise. Number 10 is the ROH World Championship, which was last defended at Battle of the Belts in a match you completely forgot about. I don't blame you. Tony Khan went and paid all that money for ROH only to have their world champion Jonathan Gresham be a lame duck. This despite being one of the best in the world. The ROH tag team titles have been presented as a bigger deal and are ranked more than 5 spots higher on this list. So in what world is that ROH title a world title? It'll likely be a world with a much smaller television deal because clearly it's not in AEW. Number 9 is the ROH Pure Championship. What makes it so pure? Was it only touched by the tribal virgins who stand this product? AEW needs to start canceling some of these belts, and it can start with this pure title. Number 8 is the ROH Television Championship, the only TV title that's almost never on TV. Maybe they can have Samoa Joe defend the title during commercial breaks, and they can call it the Picture-in-Picture Championship. Otherwise, this has got to go too. The AEW Interim World Championship is just as meaningless as any of these ROH belts, and boy did AEW do a number on the interim title with this mid-card casino battle royale on Dynamite. So let me get this straight. There's a battle royal to determine your world champion for the time being, and there's no Bryan Danielson, no Adam Cole, no Adam Page, no Wardlow, no Scorpio Sky, no Samoa Joe, no Miro, and no explanation as to why not? Why is a pre-show battle royal determining who gets to compete for an interim world title? Is AEW that scared of the NBA finals that they didn't even want to sacrifice any of its top stars to at least make this look like it matters? If you want to be a paper championship, just call it a paper championship. The AEW Women's World title has taken a nosedive now that Britt Baker doesn't have it anymore. This is literally the story they're telling as Britt Baker has cut one promo after another about how that title means nothing now that it's not being held by AEW's all-American top star. And she's right. Thunder Rosa's matches have been fine, but AEW completely gave up on promoting the talented Thunder Rosa as a real champion the way they did with Britt Baker. Thunder Rosa even reportedly expressed frustrations with the lack of TV time of late, and I don't blame her. Next up is the TNT title. Once upon a time, there were two of these belts too. After Cody Rhodes made it seem like a world title at its peak, AEW has completely botched this thing. Its recent storyline with Ty, Sammy, Scorpio Sky, and America's Top Team has been a booking disaster filled with miscast babyfaces, miscast heels, and inconsistencies all around. Scorpio Sky recently defended the title on another poorly rated episode of Rampage, and I swear to God at this point I'm starting to wonder whether Tony Khan has confused this belt for the FTW title. Next are the ROH Tag Team titles, currently held by FTR. Oddly enough, these feel like AEW's top tag titles because FTR is more over than the Jurassic Express and everybody knows they're better. No smoke against Jurassic Express, but FTR might be the best tag team breathing right now. Speaking of Jurassic Express, they might not be as good as FTR, but the AEW World Tag titles are still hanging on to prestige because they're consistently booked as AEW's top prizes, not only in the tag team division, but in the company. The AEW World Championship takes the silver medal spot with 43-year-old CM Punk currently out with injury. AEW's lackadaisical booking of the interim world title also hurts the ranking of what it's supposed to be its most important championship. Fun fact, 2 of AEW's 5 world champions have been in their 40s, and the 45-year-old Hiroshi Tanahashi is now threatening to be interim world champion. At some point, it won't need to be a belt that goes around their waist. It'll need to be a pair of world championship depends. And the number 1 AEW championship in the company right now, and it's not even close, is Jade Cargill's TBS championship. That bitch strap. Held by one of AEW's biggest television draws and an undefeated championship with no losses in sight. In a company and industry littered with belts, Jade Cargill is one of the few people who feels like she has a championship. That's one area AEW will need to fix moving forward, especially with trios titles on the horizon. Yes, 3 more belts. But if you're AEW, you need more champions and less belts. What's your favorite belt in AEW? If AEW gave you a belt, what would it be called? Mine would be the West African Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World, but tell me in the comments.